Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes on this Friday evening, the 13th of October. And we've got the next storm system just in time for the weekend. Yippee. But at least we had a beautiful finish to the week for much of central and southern New England down into North Carolina. But you can see the large rotation that is back in Nebraska and moving into Iowa. That is the next storm system that is moving eastward, and we're going to get some rain out of it. You're also seeing a little bit of Gulf moisture in the southeastern part of the United States that's going to wind up getting involved. A little bit of good news in that maybe this gets out of here in time to salvage part of Sunday. We'll have to wait and see on that. The radars at the moment, as of 6 o'clock Eastern Time, other than a couple of light scattered showers in northern New England, the radars are quiet until you get down into South Carolina and Georgia, where we've got some patchy light rain. And you could see the heavier rain and even a couple of thunderstorms in the mix running from Illinois and Indiana northward through Lake Michigan and then going westward into the Dakotas. And that's that next low. And if you take a look down in Iowa, you've got this arc of thunderstorms around the low center that is lifting up from south to north. So it's a fairly strong system. It's not going to get much stronger than it already is, which is the good news in all of this. And as we check out the Storm Prediction Center's outlooks, today, of course, we've got the weather that in that line of storms I just showed you. There's a tornado watch up for much of Iowa, the central part of the state, certainly, with the marginal risk extending into Illinois, but there's no other severe weather that we're looking at risk. Tomorrow, there's a marginal risk in coastal North Carolina and a small portion of coastal South Carolina. And then as we head into Sunday, nothing, no thunderstorms are being forecast for Sunday. Now, as far as the amount of rainfall is concerned, I don't think this is going to be a flooding problem. We're looking at WPC's forecast for a half to three-quarters of an inch. I think that makes sense. There might be some areas that will get an inch, and then you start heading southward along the New Jersey coast. We've got an inch and a half to two, even a little area of 2 inches touching the immediate coast, and then the amounts start to tail off as you head down into eastern Virginia and eastern North Carolina. These are rainfall amounts for the next 7 days from tonight to next Friday night. So this probably will cover most of any precipitation threat that we have going forward. So there's your low. And if we just quickly look at the upper air, it can't really move east or northeast because the old Canadian Eastern Canada storm is now over Nova Scotia. It's effectively blocking it from moving northeastward, so it's being forced east and southeast. You see the upper low tomorrow morning in on the Illinois-Indiana border, and then it just sort of shoves its way southeastward, opens up a little bit as it approaches the coast. Now, this trough is going to lag in the eastern part of the United States for the first part of next week, and the bottom of that trough cuts off in Virginia, so that might lead to some complications as we go into maybe not so much Monday, but probably Monday night, Tuesday. We have to wait for that trough to get out of the way in order for weather conditions to truly improve, and that may not happen until we get to Wednesday. So, looking at this from the standpoint of what's happening at the surface, we'll just back it up here and take you through tonight and tomorrow. Clouds will start increasing later tonight. Rain will be starting to spread across Pennsylvania tomorrow morning, should reach the coast by afternoon. There's your low in eastern Ohio. It redevelops right off the eastern North Carolina coast and starts to strengthen as it moves offshore. So we'll continue to see rain Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and then again, maybe it pulls out by Sunday morning, daybreak. And if we can get enough of a north wind, which it looks like we might, we'll probably see some improvement Sunday afternoon into early Monday. But that lagging trough is a problem. So don't be shocked if some showers start to come back during Monday night and maybe some patchy rain around Tuesday as another low forms offshore and heads on out to the northeast. And then finally, we can get some real clearing on Wednesday. One of the things that this storm is going to do, by the way, that large high that you see over Lake Winnipeg, that is cool air. It's not exceptionally cool, but it is cool air, and that's going to bring below normal temperatures to much of the eastern United States this weekend and for much of next week. So at least certainly the first half of next week. Now, just a hint here that next weekend models are indicating that another cold front approaches and that there might be another storm system setting up for next weekend. Though there is uncertainty here. We still have this blocky pattern in the atmosphere, so it might be another situation where we get into a northeast wind and a day or two of gloom and doom, not out of the question. But that's going to be addressed on Sunday evening on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, which will be on Sunday at 7:35 p.m. In the meantime, enjoy your Friday night, enjoy your Saturday, and enjoy your Sunday. Have a great weekend.